Hey, so I'm gonna show you how to copy the terrain from one project to another. So first we're going to open our broken map. So this is useful when your map or your project is broken for some reason, and you can copy all the assets from one map to another or one project to another, but you can't, or it's not easily made available to copy the terrain from one project to another. So with this trick you can do so. So this is our terrain. So step 1, we unlock it. Step 2, we add an item to the map to serve as our group. And what's going to happen is we're going to save the terrain data inside this group, and then we're going to paste this group onto the new project and get the data from the terrain in that group to the new terrain. So we put the item there to serve as a group, and we center it. Go here and right click, create group, terrain group. We're going to save and close and open. The developer tools likes to crash and all that, so it's best to do everything right. So next we're going to do generate terrain data. We're going to edit the extent to select what part of the terrain we want to copy, all of it. Just do that. Do that. Exit the edit extent, and this is open, yeah. So now we generate. So yeah, it worked. It took a little while, probably because of the amount of data. So next thing we do, we save, and we can close this after it saves. There we go. Now if we go into our project data folder, we can see it created the group, and we have a terrain data file. So what we're going to do next is move the entire group with the terrain data into a new project. So first let's save. We don't need to worry about this. So all we need to worry about is the group. Save and close, always save and close. So changes. So now we create a new map. So now we're just going to save this, so it creates all the files. And we're going to paste these 3 files into the new map inside the data folder. Paste and open the new map again. We're going to delete the dummy box. We're going to create a new terrain. Probably best that it's at least the same size as the old project's terrain. So create block, and then we're going to lock block so the tools can create the terrain files. So the idea is we're going to pass the data from the old terrain to this one. So the tools needs to at least have a terrain in the new map so it can copy the data to. So that's why we lock it. Now we unlock again. We're going to get the group. Going to paste it. We're going to center it. Reset. We're going to open the group because the tools, that's it. And we're going to do align terrain and raise and lower terrain. And there you have it. So this sometimes can crash when you lock the terrain, so it's best to just save it first, because if it crashes, at least you can open the project again and the terrain is there. So we're going to just try and save the group, save the map again, terrain. I'm going to try and lock it and see if it crashes or not. Lock. And there you go. Sometimes it crashes, sometimes it doesn't, but at least if you open the project again, the terrain is there. So let's try it. So yeah, you can then delete the EDS. The terrain is no longer dependent on the EDS. So let's try and lock it again. There you go. And yeah, and there you have it, because it's done. You can delete this, delete, and yeah, you can edit the terrain again. Let's just give it a whirl, unlock. Let's go to lock it again. Yeah, it works fine. So we're just gonna see if by deleting the TEDs file, if the terrain maintains. It should, and it does. Because the idea is that, well, technically the data from the TEDs file is moved to the terrain data from the project, so you no longer need the group or the TEDs file. So yeah, there you have it, a way to copy the terrain from one project to another. So bye.